We're learning Chulin Nishmas Etta Ahuva bas Yaakov Sechas Chulin Perek Zayin Mishna Aleph. Gid hanosha noyeg ba'aretz u'b'chutz la'aretz b'fnei habayis v'shaloi b'fnei habayis b'chulin mukdashim. It's noyeg even in chutz la'aretz, even bizman hazeh. The Gemara has a discussion a little bit about how you could have the Isser of Hektish here, but the Isser Gid hanosha it's born with that. L'chayr it has Pasha that it has the Isser Gid hanosha, and that applies to Hektish as well. But Pasha, the Mishnah is talking about eating it, but the Gemara says at Machlikas, but Rabbi Yochanan says Echa Kachim Hanechalim ve'Echa Kachim She'ein Nechalim Isser Gid Noyig Behen, that the Isser Gid hanosha applies even by a carbon oila. And over there on Daf Tzadi Yom Beis, Rav Huna says the process of how it's done. He says that the Gid hanosha shel oila is Cholzo L'Tapuach, that originally you bring up the whole yerech onto the mizbeach, because it's a bizayin to take it apart and bring up the yerech without the Gid hanosha. So Hakriveyu and all the Feichasecha says that you bring it all up on the mizbeach, and then once you're up there, so you rip off the Gid hanosha and you put it onto the tapuach, which was a pile of ashes on the mizbeach, which occasionally was taken outside. And the reason why the Gid hanosha of the oil is not burnt, even though it's not eaten, is because the zaklal, the pasuk says mimashke Yisrael, and we darshim and amutal Yisrael, the dafka something that you could put on the mizbeach. So kitzar maisis, the Gid hanosha is not even put on the mizbeach, is not even burnt together with the oila. The Mishnah continues, noig bebehema ubechaya. The Gid hanosha has to be removed both by a behema and a bechaya. B'yerech sheyamin u'b'yerech shel smol. So the Tan of this Mishnah holds that there are two Gid hanoshas, one on the right yerech and one on the left yerech, and both are aser. And in Mishnah Gimel, we will see Rabbi Yehuda Shita is that only the yerech hamiyumenesh yerech, only the right one is aser. Now, in the right one, the Gemara says that there's two gidim. There's the tzad hapnimi shel yerech near the bone, and that's aser midaraisa. And then there's the outer side closer to the basar of the animal, and that's aser midarabanan. And also all the little sinews that come out, they're going to be aser midarabanan. We'll shortly learn machlekes about how much of the Gid hanosha has to be removed. The Mishnah says, Eina noyig ba'oif mipnei she'ein lo kaf. By a bird, there is no Gid hanosha because there is no kaf. And the Gemara on Daf Tzadi Beis and Beis asks, "V'chazina de isle." We see that there is a kaf of basar around that upper bone. So the Gemara says, "Isle v'loy agel." There is basar around the bone, but it's not like spoon shaped. It's more like flat and square. The Mishnah continues with the machlekes, noyig b'shalil. Rabbi Yehuda Omer eina noyig b'shalil. What about if you have a ben tisha chai in an animal? So would the Isser Gid hanosha apply to the Gid hanosha of the shalil as well? Rameir says yes. And this is Lishitasai to the Rameir in Perek Dalin Mishnah, where Rameir said over there, Motza ben tisha chai ton shchita v'chai b'yses benoi, that it's its own animal, and therefore Gid hanosha would apply with it as well. And Yehuda says that it's not noig, because he holds kol behema includes the ben tisha chai shchitas imay mitarasa, and therefore wouldn't have its own Isser Gid hanosha. The Mishnah continues, v'chel boi mutter, and its chelev is mutter. So we'll say the second pshat actually in the Rav, which is Shmuel in the Gemara. Amar Shmuel v'chel boi mutter l'divrei hakol. This is going l'kuli alma, that the chelev of the Gid hanosha is mutter. The Gemara does say that Shmuel says that Rameir, who's going to say soon that we need to totally remove the Gid hanosha, is going to hold that midirabanan this shmeina is aser, Yisrael kedoshim noyeg bohen iser. But midaraisa chelboy, the chelev of the Gid hanosha is mutter. The Mishnah continues, Eina tabachin nemonam al Gid hanosha divrei Rameir, v'chacham meirin nemonam alav va'al hachelev. So first of all, va'al hachelev, the Mishnah says you have to stick that in Rameir also. Eina tabachin neman al Gid hanosha va'al hachelev. And this is again going in Rameir's shita, which we're going to learn more mefurish in the next Mishnah, that says that tzarich sheyita is kula, you have to remove the whole Gid, even deeper down than the top layer. And therefore, since it's a big tairich, we can't trust the sheikhtim to say that it was removed. And you have to actually check to see if it was removed. However, the chacham hold that they are believed. Mishnah Beis, Shaleach Adam Yerech L'Nachri, Shegid Hanosha B'Seichem Neisha Mekoymei Nicker. So now you can't use the Gid Hanasha. Could I give it to a guy? So that's clear. This mission is starting off with Hanacha, that you're allowed to have Hanacha from the Gid Hanasha. In the Gemara and Psachim, it looks like it's Tali in a Machlekes, but the Yesh begin in Tam. But the Teis Yantav over here brings from the Maga Mishnah that everyone holds that Gid Hanasha is Mutter B'Hana. Al Kopanim, that's clear. This Shita of this Mishnah, it says that you could send it to a guy. Now the problem that the Mishnah is worried about is that that guy is going to sell it to another Yid. And it's going to come out that you're going to be Nichshel a Yid buying the Gid Hanasha. So on that the Gemara says that if you send it, the Mishnah is saying that if you send it Shloimie, that it's complete intact, then it's Nicker if the Gid Hanasha was removed, or in this case that it wasn't removed, and therefore you're allowed to sell it to him. The last halacha in the Mishnah is what we keep on saying in Mishnah Aleph, is Hanoitel Gid Hanasha. Tanakama says Sarach Shiyita is Kula, which we established that's a Shita Ameir, and Bihuda Omer Kedei L'Kayim Boi Mitzvahs Netila. All you need to do is be Goymimai Melamayla, to take off from the top the Daya, and that's enough. Rashi says a little bit more on this, that besides removing the Gid, according to Ameir, all you have to remove is the Chelav Hagavoya V'nira Ala Shufi, and that even that part you only have to remove because of Maras Ayin.